Good morning and welcome to another sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get things done around the house. Step one, as it should be every single morning, is I am getting our bed made. It's a chilly day today, so you'll see I'm all bundled up. We haven't quite turned on the heat in the house yet, but I think we're getting to that point. It is truly fall and I'm kind of excited for it. I was getting sick of those hot days, and this is my favorite time of year. I love fall. My birthday's in fall. I love the lead up to all of the different holidays, Halloween and Christmas and Hanukkah and Thanksgiving and all of that. So I am very excited for the fall season and of course for our baby then to come in the winter time, because I am starting to feel very pregnant right now. Getting stuff done around the house is a little bit more difficult because I deal with a lot of lower back pain when I'm pregnant. So I have been going to the chiropractor and been going to physical therapy and just trying to really take care of myself and do a lot of the exercises that I'm learning and listen to my body. When my back starts hurting, I know to take a break. So now you'll see that I am just taking time to fold the dark laundry. I had some light laundry that I did earlier that I had sorted between my laundry and Jim's laundry. Did the same with the darks, leaving all of that for Jim to fold, and then I am getting my stuff folded and we'll get it put away into my dresser or in the closet, wherever it belongs. Before I leave the guest room, I found these really great organizers on Amazon, and they are a way to organize all of your sheets. I haven't had a solution for this, and I'm not the greatest at folding fitted sheets. It's such a mess, and just all the regular sheets in general. I feel like I'm never getting it folded the exact way that I want. It never looks nice. I have some in our bedroom that's just in an extra drawer that is in our dresser. I have the ones in the guest room that are here in a bin, and I want to get them out of those spaces and make a little bit more room. And we have some extra space in our linen closet in the laundry room, so I'm really excited to use these. And I think especially as we have kids that start aging, they have their own sheets, they'll have beds eventually. So this problem is just going to continue to get worse the more people we have in the house. I will say I did get these on Amazon during their deal days, so they were a little bit cheaper. They are expensive, and I've looked at a bunch of different options. They're all for some reason pretty expensive, but I will leave a link in the description box if you're interested. And what I really like about it is that you don't have to fold things perfectly for it to look really nice and neat and organized. I was playing around with how I wanted to divide things because I have extra pillowcases especially, and have some extra shams. So I decided to do one thing for the king sheets with an extra set of pillowcases, another one for the queen sheets which go into the guest room, and then a third one that's going to be for all of the extra pillowcases, whether it's extra pillows for the queen pillows, king pillows, or shams, and that will be one separate organizer as well. And then I am going to make an extra label for the last one that is just for kids. I don't think I'm gonna put crib sheets in there yet, just because we're changing them so often still at this point. But the pack did come with 4 organizers, and I want all of the labels to look the same and stuff, so I'm gonna make the last one for kids stuff. And again, I talk about this a lot, but I am going to say kids just because I don't want it to say crib sheets or twin bed or something, because kids are going through so many different phases. Or I don't want it to say Owen's room, because potentially if I have smaller sheets, I could fit multiple things in there. I'm just trying to keep those labels broad to save myself a headache of having to relabel something in the future. You'll see how simple these are. You just load up your sheets, you zip them together, and then there's Velcro. There's a nice little clear circle there so you can see what's on the inside, but there's also a slot for labels. It comes with a piece of paper that's perfectly cut to fit in there that you can write on, or you could do what I did and print out some labels if you want it to look extra uniform and professional. Here is the spot in the linen closet in the laundry room that I was mentioning where we have some extra space. Fits perfectly up there, so I am going to just space them out a little bit and we're done. Today was a fun day because I had gotten so many boxes. I just mentioned that there was the Amazon deal days and stuff going on. I've been working on getting Owen's big boy room together. I've been kind of reorganizing the nursery. We had a couple of other shipments that just came through. So this tree is gonna go in Owen's new big boy room. There's a corner in his room that I didn't know what to do with. I did the same in his nursery, added a little faux tree, and I felt kind of weird having one in each of the boys' rooms, but it really makes the space come alive and I like the way that it looks. This one is from Target, and I was really happy with it, especially after I started to fold out those branches. They were all going the same direction just from shipping, so I'm playing around with bending the leaves out and making it look just a little bit more full. I feel like I keep teasing this space and not showing the entire new room for Owen, but he still needs a new crib sheet. I want to put some artwork on that wall. I have really cool wallpaper that we put up on the other side, so I will in the future, once it's all done, do a full room tour, but it might still be a little bit.
Keep your picture close to my bed now, and waiting for the screen to light up, to light up, to light up.
One of the other packages that we got, we ordered in July, and that is the Baby Brezza. It's their new bottle washer, dryer, and sterilizer all in one. It's a new product. It was quite expensive, but one of the things I hated most about the early phase of having a baby is washing all of the bottles and pump parts. We had a nanny who Monday through Thursday would help out with a lot of the washing of the bottles, but I was still mostly doing my pump parts. On the weekends and Fridays, I was doing everything, and it just felt like this never-ending cycle. I didn't like putting them in the dishwasher with the rest of the food. I wanted to keep things separated, and the laundry room ended up being kind of bottle HQ. We had a mini fridge where I stored all of my breast milk up here. All of the bottles are up here just because that's where the kids' rooms are. That's where our bedroom is, and it was really convenient that way, and I'm hoping to do the same thing. So this product seems very exciting. I think if you order now, it's potentially coming in late November, but they keep pushing out the date depending on when you order. So again, I ordered in July the second it launched, and we didn't get it till October. I'm just reading all of the instructions and trying to get it put together. I already noticed as I organized my bottles and pump parts for baby number 2, which I have a separate video for on my other channel, Sophisticated Motherhood, that some of them probably weren't washed completely, that some of them weren't washed as well as they should have been maybe before I stored them. I don't really know what the deal was. One kind of turned yellow, so I'm going to try and give that one a wash, but if it doesn't work, I am going to toss it. One of the things I hear people recommending is to get new bottle nipples for a second or third or a future baby and not to reuse them. So I'm going to see how these do in the bottle washer here. And I will say some of the sticky residue and stuff that I felt like was still on the bottles and the nipples really came off. I don't want to jinx it, but I foresee this being a very, very valuable tool. I'm just hoping it doesn't end up being even more expensive, because the downside of it is you have to use their tablets every time you want to run a cycle and wash it. You can't use any other sort of washing detergent or dishwasher tablets or dish soap, so they kind of hold you captive there, that you have to keep going back and buying more of the tablets. So fingers crossed this ends up being a good purchase.
And we won't ever get enough. They don't know In your eyes I put my trust. Baby, you're my all-time favorite drug. Let them keep
The last package we had was our Thrive Market package. This is something I get every month. I have been subscribed to Thrive Market for a while now. I did a full, completely honest, unbiased review of Thrive Market, which I will link if you're interested in watching, but there are a few staples we get. Like, I always get oat milk. We love getting little snacks from Thrive Market. I got some Siete chips and Siete enchilada sauce. I love Siete. I got some Nut Pods creamer. That looked really good, but I mix it up pretty much every month with what I get, with the exception of a few staples and typically a couple of snacks for Owen because they have lots of great options for kids' snacks. And I will also have a link in the description box below if you are interested in trying Thrive Market, where you can get a discount on your groceries, and there are lots of healthy options, which I love. Today's recipe was so delicious. I would highly recommend you make it. It is a shrimp po' boy recipe. I don't know, it had just been sitting in a pile of recipes that I wanted to try for a while. Just felt like giving it a whirl, so I am starting by making the aioli that goes on it. I did Greek yogurt and mayo. I believe the recipe called for sour cream and mayo, but I added in the rest of the ingredients, gave it a stir, and put that away. The other thing I'm gonna do on the side is a separate recipe. I didn't love it as much. Jim did. I've done these before, but they are air fryer pickle chips. And frankly, I probably wouldn't follow this recipe. I would just wing it a little bit myself.
doing the movies. We're gonna ride until the sunset, just you and me. We're gonna sing along to our sunset.
This recipe for some reason wasn't as good as when I'd done it on my own in the past. For the breadcrumb mixture, you mix it with Parmesan, and I didn't have any grated Parmesan, but I had a block of Parmesan, so I'm just taking out my food processor and grating it. Part of the problem was that it wanted grated Parmesan, not shredded Parmesan, like a finely grated one. And I didn't have the patience to do that by hand, and my food processor does a fine shred, but it's really not a grating of Parmesan. I think it probably just prevented it from sticking to the pickles as well as it could have.
Till the sunset, just you and me. We're gonna sing along to our songs at the top of our lungs. We gonna do it like they do in the movies. The movies. The movies. We gonna do it like.
Now I have my egg all mixed up, and I am going to dredge the pickles in the eggs, then in the breadcrumb and Parmesan mixture, and just lay it out evenly on my air fryer to make sure that none of the pickles are overlapping. If you get the longer pickles and cut them yourself, or find the longer ones that are sliced, it's a little bit easier just because they are bigger pieces, and it can get very tedious with little tiny slices of lots of pickles doing this over and over and over again. So just keep that in mind.
We've been here too long. I can't breathe, I can't take it slow. We're far away from home.
Now that I have all of those set up, I am going to go back to the shrimp po' boy recipe and get the breading ready for this. I have my shrimp all ready to go. So I'm mixing the cornmeal with some spices, a little bit of salt there, and then it'll be similar to the pickles. I need to have a dish with egg in it. But with this, I am going to put the shrimp into the breadcrumb mixture first, and then it will go into the egg mixture, mix it just with some Greek yogurt, and then back into the breadcrumbs, and I am going to just cook it on the skillet.
Let me know now. Let me know now, now, now. Give me a sign. Let me know now, now, now. Let me know now. Let me know now, now, now. Give me a sign. Let me know now, now, now. I never needed love until I saw and I met your eyes. That's why I'm moving close. To be here and to get you under my skin and right back to where we've been. Give me a sign and tell me when to begin. Cause every time we leave I'm longing back to the place where the lights go down. Just you and I.
Even if you don't make the entire shrimp po' boy sandwich, which I still would recommend that you do, The shrimp itself dipped in the aioli, because I tried some of it before I made the sandwiches, was really, really delicious. But anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I need to get ready the rest of the ingredients for the sandwich. I am slicing up some fresh tomatoes as well as lettuce that I'm going to put on the sandwich. They'll go with the shrimp and then the rolls, the aioli, and that is it.
To be here and to get you under my skin and right back to where we've been. Give me a sign and tell me when to begin. Oh yeah, let me know now. Let me know now.
I got my air fryer pulled out. I'm gonna cook the pickles while I cook the shrimp, like I mentioned, on the stovetop in a skillet there, just laying it out so the shrimp aren't overlapping until they get cooked and browned on one side, flipping them over. Shrimp does not take long at all to cook, so this is a pretty fast recipe.
Let me know now. Give me a sign. Let me know now. Let me know now.
All of that was happening. I was toasting my bread in the oven, realized I had it on broil, and if you are like me, every single time I always forget that I have food on broil and it goes so fast. You've seriously got to keep a really great eye on it. Pulled it out just in the nick of time before it burned and was able to switch out the shrimp. I had a little extra time before dinner and was going to empty the dishwasher before we sit down for a family meal together. Owen had some of this. Jim really enjoyed it. It really was a hit and kind of nice that I was able to get these dishes put away before it was dinner time. I just want to thank you for joining me for another sophisticated Saturday, getting a few things done around the house and sharing a dinner recipe with you. If you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate if you do so, especially if you love these sophisticated Saturday videos. I typically post them every single Saturday. Sometimes I do a different video on Saturdays, but there are lots of them, as well as different videos that I post every Wednesday. And if you have anything you want to see from me specifically, feel free to leave a comment below. But until next time, I will see you all later.